Good morning and welcome into Puckett Fieldhouse as we continue the CMU tri-match. And today we have an exciting top 20 matchup between the number 19 team in the country, the hosting Central Methodist Eagles, against the number 18 team in the land, the Columbia College Cougars. Both these teams have won their first two matches. At least Columbia College has won their first two matches. They won 2 times yesterday over both Bethel and Texas A&M Texarkana. CMU on Thursday night beat Missouri Baptist and defeated Texas A&M Texarkana yesterday in a sweep 3-0. But we'll let Gary Linhart take you through the opening prayer, national anthem, and the starting lineups. And we'll be back here with the first tip, with the first serve on the Hart Conference Network.
Yes, and all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character Values, which are respect,
between, again, the top 20 teams, Columbia and Central Methodist. CMU number 19, Columbia College number 18. CMU enters today undefeated 5-0. Columbia College, after their 2 wins yesterday, now above 500, 6-5 on the year. And another ranked opponent on their schedule. They have certainly tested themselves early on in the season in non-conference matchups. Both teams played strong volleyball as well. CMU versus Texas A&M, Texarkana, a 3-0 sweep. And they hit 254. Annabelle Mossin with 11 kills, 13 digs. Joanna Milo, 14 kills. Greta Campos with 15 digs herself. CMU in the green uniforms, Columbia College in the navy. Allison Jones-Olsen versus her former team that she coached. And Columbia College has been very strong against CMU all time. They lead the series 16-2 and have won 11 in a row. And the good news for CMU, the last 4 contests have all been not sweeps. They have all been closer ones. And a vote to serve for Columbia College. And we are underway in Puckett Fieldhouse. Set up immediately for Mossin, the tap. Good dig right there by the libero Gower. Now set up a little too far to handle for Trankler. Mokaric. Air will give Columbia College the 1-0 lead. Last meeting between these two was in Columbia. CC taking the win in 4 sets, 3-1. CMU only hitting about 150 in that one. But both teams looked so much different from last year. In more trouble here for CMU and Mia Trankler. Another point for the Cougars. And a vote. Another serve set up for Mossin. That one is just a little too strong for Elena Rooks. Let's see which team comes out with more energy here at a 9 a.m. start. After playing 2 games yesterday, Columbia College and CMU playing matches both yesterday and the day prior. A 3-0 sweep against Missouri Baptist on Thursday, and a 3-0 sweep against Texas A&M Texarkana yesterday. Milo, the tap, and a back play by Vogt. Now they bring it around to Carvalho. Milo again, good stop by Kincaid. She's had a strong CMU tri-match. Bumped over by Mossin. Amanuele with the bump. Good block up front by CMU. Kincaid to the back line. Mossin bumps for Milo. Off the top of the net, and that scores for the Eagles. That ties it up at 2 apiece. The last meeting in Fayette also went the way of Columbia College. 3-2, that was back in 2021. Charik actually played in that match with 10 assists. Hart Conference versus American Midwest Conference. CMU playing the top 2 teams here this week. They already got the Missouri Baptist monkey off their back with that win on Thursday. Milo, the tap, kind of aired off her hands, but it still trickles off the net. Takes a favorable bounce, and CMU has taken their first lead of the morning. Here's Mossin. Yesterday, 11 kills and 13 digs. Off of Carvalho. This is a great opportunity for CMU. And they set her up. They set up DeTheo, but instead Columbia College with a better block. We expect a back and forth contest today. It's two of the best teams in the Midwest. Carvalho. Line drive. Let's set up. And not a strong play there by Jimena DeTheo. Coleman Lee laying into his team right now to bring a little more energy. Gonna play a little sharper here. There's not a lot of margin of error when you play against Columbia College. There is a service error though for CC, and CMU ties it back up at 4 apiece. He is, just as we talked about with the game on Thursday against Missouri Baptist, it was between two of the best teams in the country over the last decade. Similar story today. Well-placed ball by Kincaid. Columbia College has not had a losing season since 1986. And CMU under Coleman Lee has averaged 24 wins a season. Their last losing season in a season with less than 20 wins, you have to go back to 2014. That was powerful by Milo, and Columbia College cannot get it. As we continue to swing back and forth. Letitia Barea is in. Letitia Barea. And here is Julia Ganelli to serve for the Eagles. Pumped by Gower, set up for Kincaid. Good block up front by Walker and company. Milo, yes. Milo yesterday against A&M Texarkana, 14 kills, a team high. There is Ganelli again. Good block by Walker and company once again. A little trouble here, but they get it back to Milo, and she places it too strong. As expected, neither side being able to fully grasp momentum. Alexa Olson, a freshman from Carrollton High School, now serves. And she floats it over. A little trouble here for Milo off the goal. And just an ugly attempted return there by CMU. That's an ace for Olson. He was averaging almost 2 assists per set entering yesterday. Nice dig by Milo. Barea. Gower with the bump. Set up by Olson. Capella off with the left hand. Walker the tap, and it's right where it needs to be. And we're tied up at 7 apiece. Lauren Farish gives Milo a breather. Farish, the junior, transfer from Missouri State West Plains. Walker with a good block, but not a real opportunity there for CMU to recover. And again, we continue to go back and forth. Milo quickly returns for Farish. CC started the day 2-0, and since then it's been a point back and forth. Berea, oh, and Capella did not have a good read on it. Tisha Berea, the transfer from Lee College. Here is Mia Trenkler. Rita Campos is out. Kelsey Walker, line drive, Gower with a bump. Carvalho, but a violation by CMU gives the point to CC. Five attack errors for CMU, just one for CC thus far. Jordan Starkey with the serve for CC, and Masson cannot find a spot inside the square. So Starkey will serve once again, the junior from Troy, Missouri. Trenkler, the tap, a better play by Capella. And now the Cougars have strung together a few points in a row. They've taken the largest lead of the morning, 11-8. Kendra Collier checks in. Masson, bumped by Starkey. Capella denied by Berea and Collier. Here is Clark. Theo also returns. – 12-9 contest. CC leads. Not sure if we're having an issue with the scoreboard. I thought it should have been 11-9, and they do change it back. Clark to serve for the Eagles. And mistake by Carvalho. An ace for O'Kark. Kincaid with the bump. Amanuele outside from her. So CMU recovers from that 3-point deficit. Now tied at 11 apiece. Tapped over by Theo, and she gets the point for the Eagles, and now they have taken the lead, 12-11. Theo last year only played in 14 matches, about a point a set. Olsen the bump, Capella able to get it over, but out of play. And Allison Jones-Olsen wants a timeout here for CC. We'll take it with them. CMU leads 13-11 on the Hart Conference Network. 13-11 lead for CMU. We're in set number 1 this morning. First match on this Saturday. CMU has retaken the lead over number 18 Columbia College. Number 19 versus number 18 this morning. Capella, left-hand strong one. Good block by CMU, now set up for Massin, and she places it beautifully, but she got a piece of the net as well. Sude Gundan. And Hannah Vogt return for CC. Both teams not too consistent this morning. 12 combined attack errors, and there is another error from CC. Two service errors for the Cougars. Here is Massin. CMU tries to extend a 2-point lead. Tapped over by Gundan as she used a little bit of finesse that time to just get over the top. Excellently done. Mariana Di Carvalho now serves for CC. Collier put it in there beautifully. A great assist as well. Kelsey Walker returns for CMU. Emanuele sets it over. Set up for Walker. Good block, but a better dig by Campos. Gundan too strong. Great rally by CMU to keep it alive. And they have their largest lead of this morning, 16-13 over CC. Set up for Emanuele. Pump by Okark. Now Milo. Just a little bit offline. Janae Johnson checks in for the first time this morning. Placing Emanuele. Excellently placed, well done. Karik, a phenomenal play. Warren Farish and Berea return for the Eagles. Gundan, but a bump by CMU, and now Berea tries to get it over, but unable to get a good hand on it. Capella returns for CC. And Alexa Olsen will serve again for the Cougars. Milo, great bump by Gower. Capella sends it across. Campos with the bump. Milo, Gower again. This one's out of play. Great effort by Clara Gower. Now Lauren Farish returns. Back to a 3-point advantage for CMU. Trying to defend home turf today. Home court, should say, and and an 11-game losing streak to the Cougars. Oh, wow. Campos helps out Farish, and CMU gets it over. Now it's set up for Johnson. Farish with the bump. Walker gets it over. There's another opportunity. Kincaid off of Campos. Farish the bump. And Mawson will get it over. Unbelievable recovery here by CMU. Capella right at Campos. She denies it. Mawson puts it over. Unbelievable resiliency by CMU. And Coleman Lee loves what he's seeing. That was an impressive rally. Just eating attack after attack from Columbia. And that extends CMU's largest lead of this morning, 19-15. And there's a service error by Farish. Wow. Kincaid now serves for the Cougars. Walker too far for her as Ganelli a little too strong on the pass. Ganelli the set, Mawson the tap. Capella almost had it. Question Carvalho almost had it. CMU now leads 20-17 here in set number 1. Kendra Collier returns. Walker floats it errantly to the right, and that gives CC another point. Service errors were a problem for the Eagles on Thursday against Mo Baptist. And a vote from Jefferson City now serves. Campos set up for Collier, and a good block up front by Amanuele. Campos the bump, the setup, Mawson the tap. Hangs on the net. Onto CMU's end. Mawson the tap again. Carvalho, a bump from Olsen. Capella with her left hand, and a misplay by Ganelli. And that has allowed CC to erase the 3-point deficit, and we're tied up at 20 apiece. Now, Coach Lee giving some instructions to his veteran, Annabelle Mawson. Berea with a great attack. Kark and Theo turn for the Eagles. Hanging on to that 1-point advantage. Kark to serve for CMU. Line drive, Kincaid with the dig. Amanuele, well placed. And a vote line drive. Mawson. Point goes to CMU. Mawson to serve. Amanuele powers it through Collier and Milo. We have been back and forth through this entire first set. Carvalho just trickles it over. Clark with the save, up to Milo, blocked. Manuel and Gundan playing strong on that front line. And after CC was either tied or trailed for some time, they have retaken the advantage. Moss in the bump, just able to be played over. And CMU has lost a little bit of steam here, and now it's set point for the Cougars, and Coleman Lee wants to talk things over. We'll take the short break with them. CC leads 24-22.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Set point for Columbia College in the first set of this morning, as CC has been able to overcome a 3-point deficit and rally here. They were down 19-16 and now lead 24-22 after a few errors here by the Eagles down the stretch of this set. Di Carvalho line drive, Campos with the bump, Collier. Carvalho digs it out. Now Kincaid blocked up front. And now set up for Milo. Tap over. Gower the bump, Kincaid again. Campos with the dig. With a save rather. And Milo puts it across, and that's a much needed point for CMU. Kelsey Walker returns for Collier. Rita Campos out of Portugal. Serves it over. Carvalho, the bump. And it's out of play. Manuela with a powerful shot that's too strong, and now we're all tied at 24 apiece, and Allison Jones-Olsen now wants to talk things over. Tied at 24 on the Heart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Tied at 24. They're in set number one between the number 18 team in the land, Columbia College, and the number 19 team, Central Methodist, as the Eagles try to defend home court. And win for the first time over the Cougars in their last 11 tries. CMU has responded after Columbia College was at set point, and we're tied at 24. Muella. It's over. Campos the bump. Milo. And point to CMU. Now set point for the Eagles. It's already been a hard-fought contest. Expect that the rest of the way with two top 20 teams going at it. Carvalho, the bump. Amanuele across the floor. Gower gets it over. Now a golden opportunity for CMU. Milo off a vote, and it's out of play. CMU takes set number one. Clawing back after Columbia put it at set point. And overall, just a hard-fought back and forth first set that ends with the Eagles on top. CMU takes set number one, 26-24, and they lead the match 1-0 on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life. Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
We're about set to begin set number two. CMU takes the first set 26-24 with a 119 hitting percentage. Columbia College under 030. 18 combined errors between the two, 17 kills for CMU. Eight points for Joanna Milo, 8 kills and 3 digs as well for her. She's got the game high. Not too many kills for CC. A lot of the points for them came off of 12 attack errors by CMU. So still some things to clean up for the Eagles. It was impressive to see them with the one impressive rally midway through the set, and then trailing 24-22 at Columbia College set point to come back and get the victory. A well-timed timeout by Coleman Lee at that 24-22 point. And CMU then rattled off the 3 straight points needed. is trouble for CC. Correction, the 4 points needed. With the 2 in a row, get it to 24. Capella hard off of Okaric. Campos gets it over. Now set up for Di Carvalho, and she answers the bell. Di Carvalho averaging over 3 points a set entering this weekend. Hard one off of Campos. And there's a mistake from CMU. And some inaccuracies right now with the sets here for the Eagles. Mawson with the dig. Trankler denied up front. Like Capella and Johnson. Collier returns for CMU. Both teams have had to go a little bit deeper into their benches with so many matches to be played this weekend. Carvalho, Milo with the bump. Now Mawson the tap. Excellently done. Gower able to dig it out. Wow. The fact that that was even still alive for CC was impressive enough, but it does end in a CMU points. CC the 3-2 lead here to begin set number 2. Annabelle Mawson out of Jefferson City, graduate senior. Line drive across. Johnson the attack. Milo over. Set up for Kincaid, and it's off of the attempted block by Collier. Manuela returns for the Cougars. Gower with another impressive dig. Off the attack by Okaric. Now Milo down the net and out of play. CC 3 points in a row. 2 points in a row, 3 out of the last 4. 5-2 advantage for the Cougars. Milo. Nepos with a great stop. Manuele keeps it alive. Now Milo the tap. Yes, for CMU. Kelsey Walker returns for Central Methodist. CC had the early advantage in set number 1. CMU rallied and held a 3-point lead at one point, 19-16. CC does get the point that time. CMU just got a piece of it before it went out of play. Kalu. Giovanna Picalu out of Brazil. Off the goal. trouble here for the Eagles. Walker able to get across. Almonroa powers it through. And Coleman Lee wants a timeout. CC builds their largest lead of the morning, 7-3 here in set number 2 on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Seven to 3 lead for Columbia here in set number 2. Columbia fell in set number 1. Central Methodist took the victory, 26-24. Back and forth affair. Letitia Barea. Production Columbia College here serving. So coming from Nicolou. Walker, the tap. Nicolou plays it over. Oh, what a save by CMU. Kincaid. Now set up. And out of play for DeSeo. Mariah Bostic-Jones, and for the first time today for CMU as the Eagles trail by 5. Here's Bikalou. Tapped over excellently by DeSeo. Ganelli and Barea now in for CMU. Ganelli out of Verona, Italy. Bikalou tried to keep it on the Columbia side, but too harsh of a change of direction there for CC to handle. Kincaid, good one. Mawson has trouble, and Ganelli cannot recover for the Eagles. Yesterday, Kincaid had 18 kills against Bethel. 17 digs to go along with that. And now she serves. Milo with a tap. Gower with another impressive dig. She's had herself quite the morning. Campos now returns the favor. Wow, excellently played by Ganelli. CMU trails by just 3 now. Farish returns for CMU. Peekaboo bumps for DiCarvalho, and it's right off of Ganelli. Jordan Starkey now serves for the Cougars. Mawson powers that attack home. Kincaid could not dig it out.
Cougars substitution, number 5, Parrish, also entering. Number 6, Gower.
Now Kelsey Walker, the 6'1 senior out of New Zealand. Little too strong there by Katarina Papa. Walker can't get it over. Three service errors on the morning for CMU. Both teams hitting around 100 or less. It's taking a scrappy effort from both. Collier. Strong right-handed attack from her. 11-9 lead for CC. CMU hanging around. Need to tighten the deficit. O'Carrick now serves, averaging 6.5 assists per set. Entering Thursday. Theo able to play it over. Collier the bump. Now Mawson drives it through. CMU now trails by just one. And now Columbia College wants a timeout after losing a bit of momentum in set number 2. CMU leads the match 1-0 on the Heart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Just a 1-point deficit for CMU now. And set number 2. Columbia College led the set 8-3 at one point, and since CMU has been able to rally back with a chance to tie now. Carvalho just gets it over. Mawson plays it towards the back corner. Instead, CC now back to DiCarvalho. Mawson again. Gower able to get it up. DiCarvalho again. Theo over. Good bump by Vogt. DiCarvalho the tap. Good rally back and forth to Theo. Plays it over, in trouble for Janae Johnson and Capella. CMU does indeed retie it at 11 apiece. Capella just gets it over. Now set up for DeFeo. Johnson gets a piece. Capella. Now here comes CMU. Up top, but too far for Collier to really play strongly. A bump for DeCarvalho. She gets it over. Masin with the save. Campos up, played over. Bump for DeCarvalho. Tapped just in. That was a tough decision to make for CMU. Columbia College retakes the lead on a hard-fought point. You can tell just right now with the body language by Carvalho, fatigue is setting in the third match in less than 24 hours for this Columbia College group. And the third match in 3 days for CMU. Masin, excellently played. Back to a tie ball game. 9 kills for Milo, 6 for Masin. 2 game highs for the Eagles. Columbia more spread out in their scoring. Carvalho, they're high with 4 kills, and Capella delivers that time for her third. CC hitting 240 in the second set, CMU 200. Milo, denied by Amanuela and company. Back to Milo, that time it scores off of Capella. CMU is just a little bit of a different unit when Joanna Milo is on the floor. Big opportunity to replace somebody like Callie Henson, who was the Hart Player of the Year and Attacker of the Year last season. Here's a service error for CMU. A lot of production graduated, a lot of senior leadership like Henson, Bronner, Miller, Healy, McBurney, Smith, LeBlanc, and even other senior contributors like Mowry and Butler and White. Morgan LeBlanc, her 2 points per set transfer. The others, important veterans on that team from last year. Walker sends it home. Barea and Ganelli return for CMU. I think out of all the matches in this tri-match, I think this is one that both teams want badly. CC looking for another top 20 win on their resume. CMU looking to end their losing streak to the Cougars and snap it at 11, and now CMU has taken the lead 15-14. This would be the first top 25 win for Columbia College this season. They've lost their other 3 against ranked opponents. Barea plays it over. Manuela. Campos up top to Milo. Too strong. Now, point for CMU. Columbia College got a piece of it. It's like Amanuela got a piece. Now we'll have an appeal from Bikalu. The appeal is unsuccessful. CMU still leads 16-14 in set number 2. Ganelli to serve, and it just sneaks in. Largest lead of this set, CMU 17, CC 14. Allison Jones-Olsen wants to go over some things with her team trailing on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
A 17-14 lead for Central Methodist in set number 2. Julia Ganelli to serve. Bikalu up top, Kincaid just gets it over. Set for Milo. Ganelli to Walker. Oh, a save by Columbia. Uchola able to make the save there, giving Gower a breather. Now Columbia trails by 2. Kincaid with the serve. Berea stopped at the net. Amanuela and Katarina Papa there to block. CC hitting 250, CMU hitting 267. Walker stopped by Amanuela. Now to Milo. That's the dagger for Milo. That's the attack she wanted. And now she is replaced by Farish. 18-16 advantage for CMU. Farish to serve. Line drive, DiCarvalho. Now set up for Amanuela, and it's right into the net. This would be a massive finish to set number 2 if CMU could take a 2-0 match lead. There's Farish. Bumped by Kincaid. And DiCarvalho able to get the point off of CMU. When Starkey returns for CC. Berea too strong. Columbia pulls within 1. Set up for Walker. She plays it towards the back corner. Bikalu has the stop. Papa stopped by Mawson and Walker. And now Mawson set up, but she's denied. It's off of her. Walker bumps. Now played over the top. Johnson to Bikalu. DiCarvalho stopped. Denied by Walker. Rejected by the 6'1" senior, Kelsey Walker. Now Fabiana Muchala returns for CC. Carvalho powers it. Milo with the bump, now Maassen. Back on the top, Maassen puts it home. Annabelle Maassen having herself a day. 7 kills now. Milo still a game high leader with 12. Walker to serve. Carvalho, denied by Collier. Now she plays it over again. Kendra Collier almost did it herself. 4-point lead for CMU in set number 2. Walker. Played over, good save by Ganelli. Played over by Maassen. Now set up for Papa. Collier the save, Maassen the bump, and played over by Ganelli. Papa scores one for the Cougars. Now Papa replaced by Capella and Votes. Kalu also takes a rest. 3-point advantage for CMU in set number 2. Maassen the tap. Trouble for Capella. Maassen again over the top, and she scores again for the Eagles. 1 point away from set point. Gabby Otart will now serve for CMU. Too strong by Capella. Set point for Central Methodist. After taking set 1, 26-24. This time a service error for Okarik. Carvalho now serves for the Cougars, who are on the brink of falling behind 2-0. Powerful serve. Campos, the bump now set up, and too strong for DeFeo. So CC hanging around. CMU trying to find the knockout punch. Lauren Strange checks in for the Eagles. Just off the net for Carvalho. Maassen the tap. Beautiful, beautiful play by Annabelle Maassen. And what an absolute performance thus far by the Eagles. And they've taken a 2-0 advantage, winning set number 1, 26-24, and set number 2, 25-21. And they really found themselves in the driver's seat midway through that set. Impressive performance thus far by CMU. Can they finish with the sweep? We'll find out next on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
CMU with a 2-0 advantage over Columbia as we begin the third set. Central Methodist, the number 19 team in the country, Columbia number 18. But the Eagles have been a scrappy bunch here to begin this morning. CMU with a 174 hitting percentage. Columbia College under 100. And a vote begins set number 3 with the serve. Mawson the tap. Just beautiful placement. Back-to-back kills for Annabelle Mawson. Coleman Lee had to have been relieved when she was convinced to come back and play another year. Now she serves. Bumped by Carvalho. Johnson puts it right where it needs to be. Now Carvalho serves for the Cougars. Played just in there on the ace. Now Carvalho to serve once again. Capella. Campos puts it up in the air. Now Milo off of Kincaid. Now Kincaid gets it right back. Milo tried to get to it, but Kincaid has had herself a good couple of days. Yesterday, again with those 18 kills versus Bethel. Campos with the dig off the hard serve by Carvalho, and Milo plays it right back. Joanna Milo, 13 kills. Her and Mawson both in double figures. Rita Campos. Carvalho just gets to it, played over by Walker. Now we're tied at 3 apiece. Carvalho, Campos able to get it back over. Wow. Cavario is beside herself after that powerful attack, and Columbia College completely off track there. Did not expect Campos to get it back over, and there was some miscommunication. Now CMU leads 4-3. Kincaid. Able to get a kill that time against DeTheo and Walker. Muchola, transfer from Norfolk State, floats it over. DeTheo off of Muchola. Carvalho over the top. Milo, yes. Joanna Milo continues to hit her stride this season. Berea returns for CMU. Joanna Milo might be playing for that Hart Player of the Year and Attacker of the Year, just like Callie Henson did last year. The way that Milo has started. Berea able to play it over, and CMU now a 6-4 lead in set 3. Gower returns for Chola. Capella, Campos. What a day she's had. And just in for Joanna Milo. "15 kills for Joanna Milo, 20 digs for Rita Campos. And a service ace for CMU. Eagles leading by 4. As you can tell, Allison Jones-Olsen seeing the pressure her team is facing right now. CMU want a bit of a run here. Ganelli to serve. Just gets it over, an ace for Ganelli. Five-point lead for CMU. Coleman Lee doesn't want his team to take their foot off the gas. Ganelli, back-to-back aces. 6-point lead for the Eagles. And Columbia wants to talk things over. CMU in the driver's seat on the Hart Conference Network.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Ten to 4 lead for Central Methodist over Columbia in set 3. An impressive performance thus far for Central Methodist. The Eagles hitting .714 in set 3. CC hitting .430, but it's been 3 aces in a row by Julia Ganelli that has opened up this advantage. Here is Ganelli again. 75 aces entering Thursday. Campos the dig. Milo sent up in the air by Kincaid. Berea, point CMU. Wow. This team is in a flow state right now. Locked in. They are just playing as a complete unit. Everybody contributing. Ganelli. Gower, now Capella. Trying to stop this CMU run. Milo, yes! Wow. This is impressive stuff by the Eagles. It was tied at 4 apiece. And CMU has rattled off 8 points in a row. Ganelli still serving. Columbia more trouble. Kincaid gets it over. And CC got a piece of the net. So the run continues, a 9-0 run from CMU. 13-4 lead in set 3. The Eagles were back and forth with the Cougars in set 1, a 26-24 win. Semi-similar story in set 2, 25-21 victory for Central Methodist, but it's been all Eagles here on this 9-0 run in set number 3. Capella trying to break it. Moss in the bump. Ganelli the set. Walker the tap. Gower the bump to Kincaid. And finally, Columbia College responds. Still a trail. Now by 8, 13-5 lead for the Eagles. Here's Coleman Lee. Still giving some instructions to his unit. Columbia College is still a top 20 team in the nation. Ikalu with the serve, and now here's Milo. She has been automatic in set number 3. And now she is replaced by Lauren Farish. 16 kills on the morning for Milo. 16 of the 41 by CMU. Kincaid the bump. Trouble for the Cougars. 10-point lead. Central Methodist. Maybe just a little bit slow to get going on this early morning start, and now it feels like they are fully mentally aware right now. This one is placed in no man's land. Columbia back on the board. 15-6 lead for the Eagles. Here's Kincaid. Isabella Kincaid to serve, floats it over. Mawson the set. Walker pays it off. Walker this time with a service error. He's replaced by Campos. So now Campos, Milo, Massa, and Berea. Ganelli and Collier in for Central Methodist. Jordan Starkey now serves for the Cougars. Campos bumps the set. Masin. Good dig there by Bicalou. Now Berea powers it through. CMU back to a 10-point advantage, 17-7.
17-7, Eagles into the contest for the Eagles, number 22, Park, and number 11, Deseo entering contest.
Deseo turns for the Eagles, along with McCarrick. McCarrick serves. Gower, the bump. What a denial right there by Collier. Kendra Collier has stepped up here as a freshman and has played one of her best contests of this season. An 11-point lead by Central Methodist. Carrick set up for Papa. Milo, the dig, and no play for Masin. Mariah Bostic Jones returns for Central Methodist. Lauren Strange also in. And a vote to serve for CC. Again, CMU looking to break an 11-game losing streak to Columbia. What a time to do it against a top 20 Cougars team. Masin. A bump by Vogt. Campos, the bump. Now Milo. Capella. Wow, Milo eats it. Masin scores. Joanna Milo sacrificed that left arm and took a complete shot right there and ate it for the point. Wow, that's a veteran play right there by Milo. And Masin pays it off. 11-point lead for the Eagles. One of the best sets they played all year. Campos the save, sent over by DeTheo. Columbia, Johnson sends it over, and this time no return from CMU. Back to a 10-point lead. CMU trying to stay undefeated as well. Moved to 6-0 with the win. Cavallo turns for Columbia. The X factor for CC. Campos the bump. Milo, yes! Joanna Milo is just having a special performance. 18 kills. She's hitting 400 in this match. Gower the bump. Campos the dig. Milo off of Gower. There's the denial by Walker and company. (21-9) advantage for CMU. And Mia Trankler returns for the Eagles. Rita Campos will now serve. Floats it over. Bump by Vogt. Campos another stop. Trankler the tap. Masin. Off the net and out of bounds. CC gets a point back. 24, now 25 digs for Campos. Theo, Gower the bump, staying alive. Milo. Carvalho digs it out. Theo, the tap. Is it in? No, just out. Still a 10-point lead for CMU. Theo, this time it's right where it needs to be. It sneaks in, 22-11, Central Methodist lead. Ganelli and Berea return for Central Methodist. CMU hitting .243 in this contest, Columbia 111. But standout statistic, .480 hitting percentage for CMU in the third set with 13 kills to 1 error. Trankler got it over, and a point for the Eagles. 12-point lead. A showcase right now of a third set for the Eagles. Ganelli places it beautifully. Kincaid gets it up. Now Carvalho gets it over. Campos the bump. Set up for Berea. Oh, just a little bit outside. Bikalu returns for CC. CC, this is their final game of the tri-match before next week they'll be at Ottawa University for the Ottawa University tournament. They'll take on number 25, McPherson, University of St. Mary. And then they'll be on the road at Evangel the next week. Campos up to Milo. Point CMU, match point. And CMU is one away from snapping an 11-game losing streak to the Cougars. And the Eagles can pick up their first win over a top 20 opponent here in 2024. Parrish to serve. What a day and a morning this could be for the Eagles to finally get both Missouri Baptist and Columbia College off their backs in the same week. Trankler scores, they do it. An 11-game losing streak to the Columbia College Cougars is snapped here this morning. A 3-0 sweep for the Eagles. It was a tight one in the first two. Only a 26-24 win in set number one for the Eagles. And then it was 25-21 in the second set, but it was all Central Methodist in set number three. They went on that 9-0 run. It was tied at 4-4, and then CMU rattled off that 9-0 run. It's like a 13-4 lead, and that was basically all she wrote. Just an outstanding performance that Coleman Lee will be very pleased with here after set three. Little mucky in the beginning, but now a .243 hitting percentage on the day for CMU with 48 kills and 115 attacks. Joanna Milo, 19 kills. Annabelle Massin, 11 kills, 7 digs. Rita Campos, 26 digs, 15 assists for Ganelli, 19 for Okaric. And Central Methodist victorious today, snapping that 11-game losing streak to Columbia and beating the top two teams in the American Midwest Conference in the same week, sweeping both of them as well. Just an impressive week already for Central Methodist. They're not done today. They will take on Bethel at 2 p.m., but we've got Bethel against Texas A&M Texarkana coming up next on the Hart Conference Network. What a win, a 3-0 sweep for Central Methodist over the number 18 Columbia Cougars.
Welcome to the